Okay, morning 49ers update. Going to make this one quick, but we've got a lot of pieces of news, including one that impacts the 49ers right now with Tristan Wirfs re-signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at a deal that is now the biggest in terms of average per year for any tackle in NFL history at $28.1 million per year. That might give Trent Williams and the 49ers the parameters they need to execute their renegotiation. Here is the top of the tackle market now. As you can see, Penei Sewell of the Lions, who signed this offseason at the previous high watermark. What's notable is that normally left tackles had been the top paid tackles in the league, but Penei Sewell for a few months held the top spot as a right tackle at $28 million per year. Left tackles still have most of the top spots, with the exception of Sewell, but now they also retake the top spot at $28.1 million per year with Tristan Wirfs. It is possible, although this is not verified, that Trent Williams and his representation has been waiting for Tristan Wirfs to sign his extension so they have parameters for how to renegotiate theirs with the 49ers. As you can see, Williams is down at $23 million per year. That is the contract that he signed with San Francisco in March of 2021. There's no guaranteed money left on Trent Williams' deal. And I've likened this to the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, that scene where you have Darth Vader go, "I'm altering the deal. Pray that I do not alter it any further," to Lando Calrissian. And Trent Williams is in that kind of position of leverage. He can alter the deal because the 49ers badly need him on this team. The weakness of the team is pass protection along the offensive line. Trent Williams obviously makes it a whole lot better on that left side. And with Super Bowl aspirations, the 49ers need him a whole lot more than Brandon Ayuk. If you want to compare leverage in this situation, it might be a similar leverage setup as Nick Bosa last year, where the 49ers had a cave to Nick Bosa a few days before the regular season began. So can they get this done more quickly than they got the Nick Bosa deal done last year? Well, I think all the parameters are in place. And if the 49ers know that Trent Williams has all of the negotiating power on his side, including the ability to walk away. He's 36 years old, and he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever he decides to hang him up. Well, then the 49ers might as well pay up now if this is what Trent Williams wants. If Williams wants to be the top guy, he's still playing like the top guy, then yes, you could see here what those numbers are. Now, what could be holding this up and what probably is holding this up is contract structure, because you have to remember that Trent Williams is 36 years old. Tristan Wirfs and Penei Sewell are not nearly that old. These guys are in their younger 20s, right? These guys are coming into their second contracts, where Trent Williams is essentially on a fourth contract as soon as he gets this signed. The 49ers must protect themselves against the possibility of an injury, because it's much higher, obviously, at an older age, and against retirement fairly soon into this potentially renegotiated deal. You don't want all kinds of dead money hitting your salary cap in an unmanageable way. You're, of course, going to spread money out into the future through a signing bonus with Trent Williams. You could hit a similar win-win as you did with Christian McCaffrey, raising his pay but lowering his short-term cap hit. But you do need to protect yourself against the possibility of a retirement in the shorter term. And the 49ers right now, I can guarantee that is something that is a sticking point, and that is something that has to be hammered out in a delicate fashion with Trent Williams' representation. But it certainly does help to have monetary guidelines, and I think that the Tristan Wirfs deal can help give us some monetary guidelines. We only have the average per year right now, but that is a starting point for our analysis of this, and it's $28.1 million per year. So you could leave in the comment section, where do you think Trent Williams ends up on this list? Do you think that the renegotiation puts him back at number one, or is he going to be number two, number three? He obviously isn't going to be number six anymore, because that's way down at $23 million per year. The market has surpassed $25 million by quite a bit at this point. So you could leave in the chat section or in the comment section where you think Trent Williams will end up. All right, we got more news. Today is the return of football, like organized football in game-like fashion. I get it. It's the preseason, but it still is football. It always sneaks up on us. It is the Hall of Fame game in Canton. So that marks Hall of Fame induction weekend. And Patrick Willis, the former 49ers linebacker, is going to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So congratulations to him. And this article from Dan Brown of The Athletic is a really good one to check out. So you should search it up, check it out. It's about Jim Harbaugh flying with a private jet from LA, where he's obviously coaching the Chargers, to Canton on the day off Saturday when Patrick Willis will be inducted. And Harbaugh will be taking some other ex-49ers with him, including Navarro Bowman, who is now the Chargers linebackers coach, who was obviously Patrick Willis's running mate with the 49ers. So I think that's going to be special. The fact that Harbaugh and Navarro Bowman can both make it out to Canton. They've been able to squeeze it in on their day off. And then they've got joint practices against the Rams the day after Patrick Willis is inducted into the Hall of Fame. Willis loved Jim Harbaugh. I think those, I mean, and look at the history of the 49ers. They struggled up until Harbaugh showed up as head coach during Willis's career, right? And then Willis got to enjoy the final years of his career, also the final years of his prime, because his career, it wasn't this marathon-long career. There was some questions about how quickly he'd get into the Hall of Fame, because he did finish after that 2014 season, but he enjoyed those few years as a player with a team that was in firm contention under Jim Harbaugh. And those are definitely years that ended in heartbreak for the 49ers, either in the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl. But there certainly was a lot of entertainment, and there certainly were a ton of great players on the football field, two of which were Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. So congratulations to Willis. Check out this article from Dan Brown. I still remember when Harbaugh visited the 49ers facility last year. I think it was before the game against the Chiefs, because that, or is it 2022 against the Chiefs? Yeah, it was the 10-year anniversary of the 2012 team. Harbaugh ran into Willis, and I was walking alongside them in the tunnel, and Harbaugh asked Patrick Willis, hey, are you in the Hall of Fame? And Patrick Willis said, no, I'm not in the Hall of Fame. And Jim Harbaugh said, it's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. And shortly thereafter, just a few months after, Patrick Willis was voted into the Hall of Fame, and now he will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and Jim Harbaugh will be there. Speaking of Hall of Fames, Frank Gore, he's going to make it to Canton one day. He's got exactly 16,000 career rushing yards in 16 seasons. One of the coolest stats ever. It really speaks to Frank Gore's longevity and just how damn good he was. 1,000-yard season is considered great for a running back. Well, he's averaged 1,000-yard season over his playing career. Now he's a member of the 49ers scouting department, but Frank Gore is also going to be a member of the 49ers Franchise Hall of Fame. That was just announced. Here's Matt Barrow's story on it. You can check that out on The Athletic as well. So this is your brief 49ers update. 3 very good pieces of news. We will talk to you very soon.